Alright, today is Friday the 31st of October, and that means it is Halloween tonight. So hopefully the doorbell isn't going to ring while I'm recording this video. I think there's a pretty slim chance of that happening, but you never know. So Halloween, perfect opportunity to put out a video with like a themed run, but I'm not going to do that. Troubadour did one earlier today. I'll put a link to his video in the description. I recommend going and watching that. This particular game does have some scary moments in it, but there isn't going to be anything to do with Halloween specifically. So no vampire bats, no ghost kittens. I'm sure there are quite a lot of Halloween themed pets that you could use from Unicorn Pack. But instead we're going to look at this run, which is a free-to-play run in customs. And honestly, playing free-to-play in customs is pretty scary by itself. And the goal here was to try and get a 50-50 shop using only the free-to-play units. Now previously that was pretty easy because Lioness was incredibly strong. You know, it would automatically give you +2/+2 to the shop at the end of turn and you didn't have to do anything else. Of course, canned food and cat are both free to play still as well, but I don't think I used too many cans in this particular run. I'm sure I must buy one or two, but we're going to try and focus on using the Lioness because it's a pet that I haven't used for a long time. Since it's had such a significant change, I think it justifies actually, trying to illustrate what it's like in the current version. So it looks like we're going to take the canned food here and then the mammoth. And we'll just forget about the farmer chicken scaling. Because the dung beetle has the cake already, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't get fed any corn cobs by the farmer chicken. Plus we've also got the farmer mouse, and it's going to be more than good enough for a win here. We need to try and preserve as many hearts as possible because as soon as we start the Lioness scaling, we're going to absolutely tank and lose a lot of lives. If you've been playing customs and you weren't sure why you hardly ever saw a Lioness anymore, the reason is that it was changed to be a buy-sell pet. Now, I'm not sure how much that really changes in terms of how powerful it is. It definitely is weaker if you only have access to free-to-play. But I think if you have everything unlocked, it's probably even better than it was before, or at least the ceiling on it is higher. Now I'd get the cat here. Do I end up taking it? Maybe I will freeze it? No. I'm just going to keep looking for the Lioness. We do get a flounder though, so we'll take the flounder. And we don't get a Lioness again. Maybe I'm going to take another flounder here? No. I could have frozen that pill actually because we end up getting the farmer crow in the shop, and pilling farmer crow onto flounder will automatically activate it, which is something you don't really see people do very often, but it's very cost effective. Still think we're going to win here. Maybe this opponent was free to play as well. Yeah, there's another farmer crow there, but it looks like I'm going to pass it up. I guess finding the pill at this point is probably unlikely, as he says as he rolls another one immediately. But yeah, I'm just going to freeze any two foods to feed the flounder. So I think at this point we now just have to sacrifice every turn. So by the Lioness, we get the instant level 2. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm giving the lemon to the to the Lioness there. It's barely going to make any difference, because we're definitely going to lose the next turn. Yeah, not even close. I guess maybe there's some universe there where we could have faced someone else doing something similar. But I think what's going to happen now is we're going to go for 2 level 2 alpacas instead of bringing in the Lioness first. And miraculously we get 2 more Lionesses in the shop. So we can now instantly level 2 all of them. And what Lioness does now is when you sell a pet, the shop is scaled only for the tier of the pet that you sold. So given that we just sold a bunch of tier 6s, we're only scaling the tier 6 shop. So that's the goal here, to get a 50-50 shop, but it will only be the tier 6 units. Here's Matchman with double Trout. We're definitely going to get crushed there, but of course it didn't matter which team we faced, we were going to lose. But now we can start really powering up the shop scaling. Each lioness only has 2 triggers, so 2 buy sells is enough. I'm not sure I should really take the flounder here. I should just be rolling for stuff to stay alive. Any tier 6 unit at all. Yeah, just take the alpaca. Because we can also combine 2 of the lionesses together, which I think is what's going to happen now. And then we'll take the cat. So I think with those 2 units we should stand a reasonable chance of surviving against someone else with a relatively weak team. But then we face this team from Bry, I'm not sure what it is, but incredibly fun team with fairy dust on the giant squirrel. I think that's 2 videos in a row I've gone against someone with a giant squirrel right near the end. So we end up getting another lioness. So we can bring that in and then sell the alpaca. Yeah, just sell the alpaca now. And we must be getting pretty close to maxing the shop out. So I think here I'm just going to buy sell the Venus flytrap because the 2 pets that were left were both tier 6s. Okay, maybe not, we're just going to risk it. And then I think if I roll once more, because we're on 44 or 43 for the albatross, yeah, they get very unlucky here and roll multiple times and don't find any more tier 6s. So I think here the options are not great. I think I should just sell 2 of the lionesses. Yeah, we just have to do that and hope to roll another tier 6. Otherwise we were just going to automatically lose the next turn. Pretty nasty looking level 3 hatching chick team here. But the lioness in the back survives on 1 HP and the run stays alive. Now we get the tiger. So I think we'll definitely take that. And we can level a lioness as well. Another tiger. And then if I just sell the albatross. Or maybe we're just going to roll once and see what we get first. Yeah, it would make more sense just to sell the albatross. Or roll once, sell the albatross, and if we... okay, I'm actually just going to risk it. And we roll straight into another lioness. So now we're at the 50-50 shop, or at least very close to it. Fun looking team here. I've seen this person playing quite a few different fun teams recently. And luckily there, the lemon saves us again, so it's another draw. Gorilla, definitely going to be a good upgrade. And I think after selling that tiger, we can be pretty confident the tier 6 shop is now completely 50-50. So we just need to find strong units to put into the team. And the mammoth, yeah, maybe not the greatest when you've already got a team of 50-50s, but looks like we're going to take it anyway. Yeah, and get rid of the tiger. And then just hope for another tier 6, and luckily we get tiger on the last roll. So now I'm feeling a lot more confident, although we don't have any equipment. But unfortunately, on turn 17 here, we get the Manticore Red Dragon Phoenix jump scare. And look at the amount of damage here that gets done to our team. Now just think for a second, as a free-to-play player, what could I have possibly done to have avoided this scenario? There are 1 or 2 things, but not very many. Let me know in the comments below.